Hello everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I'm here to share with you a Confessions of a Paper Addict design team layout. Today I'm going to be working with the Stitched Celebrate cut file, new release that just got released today. I love it. I love a good stitching cut file, and Virginia makes the best. So I went ahead and chose a few different colors of thread to go ahead and do my stitching. Just basic backstitch, nothing exciting there. But I loved the colors. I'm working with my How to Kill a Kit with Style this month for January, which is pretty much just the pink fresh stuff that I have. I believe the most part, this one is all keeping it real with then embellishments from Happy Blooms. So that's kind of where we're going. I am trying to decide how I want to do this. I knew I was going to cut apart the Celebrate. I wasn't leaving it in the paper that I chose. I did decide to have the cut file be on a pattern paper, and I kind of had a plan of doing like a 1/3, 2/3 type of layout look. That was my original plan, but it didn't cut exactly the way I wanted it to, and it wasn't really working. So instead I went with, well, what happens if I just cut them and have them be 3 little areas there like you could see there. However, you really could see the ATE, so it says 8, and I was like, that looks weird, and I don't like how that's being highlighted with this idea. So instead I'm going to end up fussy cutting each letter out so that they're on their own, and then I'll stack them up again. I do it off camera. It takes a little bit, and you guys kind of get the point of it. So you'll see a little bit, but not much. It does kind of come back, and it's all magically done. The photos I am using are of my mom and my kids. Most of them are just Jackson and Nora, but there is one where we got Bear in. And this was when we first saw her again after not seeing her for, I think it was a total of 17 months we went without seeing my mom. It was a long time because she's in the States. We're here in Canada. The borders were closed. Yeah, it was crazy. So this was kind of the first time we got to see her, and everyone is just very, very happy. And so I definitely wanted to get that documented in our album. A huge deal. Huge deal. So definitely celebrate. It was a celebration. I felt like that worked well. Just a different way to think. Just because something is this you think birthday, or maybe you think, New Year's, something like that, doesn't mean you have to use it for that. You can use it for this is technically an everyday moment. They're just sitting on the couch, but it's a huge deal for us and our family. So we're celebrating small things that are big things. Just keep that in mind. You don't have to use product. You don't have to use cut files for what they necessarily look like at first. You can use them for other things too. All right, so everything's supposed to cut out. I have my photos figured out. I have a journaling spot down, kind of figuring out where everything else is going to go. I really want to use a couple of these puffy frames. I love these frames. Love them. So I end up using 2 of them. I use the blue one with the floral. You can see down there at the bottom. So that photo doesn't get kind of hidden away, because it could potentially have that happen to it being tucked in that corner there. I then highlight one of the other photos up at the top. I end up using the one in between the journaling and the photo. The coloring just looked a little bit better there. So that's there. I covered up that cute little yellow spot that made it look like there was tape on that journaling card. That made me a little sad, but it's okay. It's going to be fine. I'm not even going to remember it after, a month. So it's all good. Taping everything down, showing you that I was using some like fun foam type stuff. This is Big Mama foam tape from Spiegel Mom Scraps. And you just, as long as you've got something sharp to get underneath to peel it off, it's very usable. So I went ahead and did that in between the stitching of everything, so it all fits there. And then I can overlay some of the pieces on top of each other. Added that little puffy sticker butterfly. And then I'll just go in with just a couple more embellishments. Nothing too crazy. I'm really not trying to make it anything overpowering, but I did want there to be a few extra little pieces. This is a little bare for me, and I wanted there to be something. And I actually struggled, like these big titles and having the cut file be kind of front and center. This is where I struggle with cut files. I'm actually not that great with it. I'm very happy with this layout, but it took me a bit to get there. Whereas if you go and see like Katie, she is amazing with title cut files. Like they're amazing. So we all have our strengths. This is not mine, but I am very happy. I do feel it is very Katie-esque, so I hope you like it because I did kind of channel my inner Katie for this one. I'm adding this best day because, again, it's a big deal. And then I think I add a couple florals and a random strawberry. And I add a purple banner up at the top, which you'll see in a minute. Just, again, a few other little pops here and there. I will get my journaling down. I will date it. I have a goal of dating every layout I create so that the dates are there. So when I go to put them in my albums, I'm not having to flip through my Instagram to figure out where they belong in my albums, because that takes a lot of time. So those will get done, and that's about it. Please make sure you head on over to Confessions of a Paper Addict Etsy shop. Get your hands on this cut file and all the other amazing ones available today. Check out the Facebook group. Really fun place to see what they all are before you hop on over to the store. And it's just a really happy place to be. So make sure you go check that out if you have not already. And I think that about does it, you guys. I'm just going to get this little banner in there, and that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all having a great start to your new year, and that's all I got. There's a close-up, and here is a look at my final layout. Thank you. Bye, everyone.